Welcome everyone to this edition of Late Night Time CT Summer Web Series. Unfortunately, I had to push a class back from this morning until later today, so I decided to run the class tonight. I'm sorry for the abrupt change in schedule, but today's class is going to be about types of sentences, so I'm going to be excited to teach our first and second graders today about types of sentences. And yeah, in 2 minutes, once everyone gets their supplies, I'll begin. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter class, roughly maybe 30 minutes rather than 45 minutes, but that's okay because we're going to get just as much done. So 2 minutes, everyone, till we start live. One minute till we begin, everyone. $30 till we begin, everyone. Okay, let's begin. So, my lovely first and second graders, today we're going to have to, first I'll introduce myself. My name is Christopher. I'm going to be teaching you guys today about sentences. Before we move into our lovely worksheet, we have to talk about the types of sentences first. So here there are 4 main types of sentences. My bad, you can't see it. There, that's better. 4 main types of sentences. You have your declarative sentences. You have your interrogative sentences. You have your imperative sentences. And you have your exclamatory sentences. Now all of these sentences have their own special and unique charm to them. So if we go down a little bit and we erase our 4 main types of sentences, we'll begin with our first type of sentence, the declarative sentence. This will all go bye-bye for now. Okay. So what exactly is a declarative sentence? Well, I like to think of a declarative sentence as just a statement. And these types of sentences, almost always, they have a period at the end. They have a period at the end. So, an example of this would be, the sky is blue. Period. This states something. We could even say, schools eat dragons. It states something. It doesn't have to be real or it doesn't have to be feasible, it just has to be grammatically correct. So think of your declarative sentence as just a type of statement. Can anyone give me any examples of declarative sentences in the chat? Give everyone a minute to give me an example of a declarative sentence. "30 seconds left, everyone." There we go, there's the right way. 15 seconds left, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright! So, my example declarative sentence is going to be, the dragon is extremely so I'll make it more neat. Extreme large. The dragon is extremely large. It states something, and I put a period at the end. Okay. So moving on to our next type of sentence. We're going to move on to an interrogative sentence. These often have a question mark at the end and ask a question, so think of these as your question sentences. A question sentences would be, for example, who didn't, what, I must have spelled that, didn't do the Chinese language homework. Oh, can't spell today. What the sentences question is asking who didn't do it, or who did not do it. So notice the question mark at the end and the question pronoun, or the question, not pronoun, the question word in the front. Think of, well, let's think of another simple one. What is that? That's an example of an interrogative sentence. What is that? Well, that's just a pen. That would be the answer to if someone asked what is that and someone pointed at a pen. So moving on to our next, or before we do that, I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute to type an interrogative sentence in the chat. So I'll give everyone 1 minute. There we go. Much better. "30 seconds, everyone." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay! Moving on to our interrogative sentence. One of my favorite questions to ask. Oh, my pen's not moving. Okay, good. What do we have for homework tonight? There's a question that I ask a lot. Okay. On to our next type of sentence. We're going to do the imperative sentence. So think of these as your command sentences. They go and tell you, someone goes and tell sentences. They're your command sentences. Someone tells you to do something. Like, for example, you, go, would be a command sentence. Or get me a drink would be a command sentence. Or, if you want to be polite about it, you could say, would you please fetch me water from the well? That'd also be a command sentence. Or you could also say the command sentence of, please do not touch the dangerous chemicals. That would also be a command sentence. So I'm going to give everyone 1 minute to make up a command sentence, and please, I ask that you type it in the chat. I accidentally erased our heading. "30 seconds left." Okay, moving on to our imperative sentence. Mine is going to be, please stop talking so loudly. Okay, there's another. That's my imperative sentence. So moving on to our last and final type of sentence, the exclamatory sentence. The exclamatory sentence. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the imperative sentence. They generally end in either a period or an exclamation point. What was the last one? The exclamative sentence. This generally exclaims something, hence the name exclamative. You could say, this cake is delicious. Or we could say, that Bouncy house is so fun. We could say those as our sentences. I'll give everyone a minute to come up with an exclamatory sentence. "20 seconds, everyone." Okay, so my example of an exclamatory sentence would be, let me think. I love cake. That would be an exclamatory sentence. So now I'll give everyone a minute to think of a sentence for one for each type. Then I'll do another one of each type. Then we'll get started on the worksheet. Okay? So everyone has a minute. 20 seconds, everyone. Okay. So my declaratory sentence is going to be, or my declarative sentences be, I have heard the good news. My interrogative sentence is going to be, have you seen my pen? My imperative sentence is going to be, we must go find the pen. My exclamative sentence is going to be, I have had so much fun. So those are my 4 sentences. I hope you have your 4 sentences as well. So now we're going to move on to our next worksheet. Since this is a shorter class, we're only going to be doing one of the worksheets. So, as per normal, we're going to put our name on the worksheet as the first thing. Whoop, sorry about that. A little bit of an issue. It should work now. Put an exclamation point to emphasize that this is my name on the worksheet. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to read each sentence and then add the correct punctuation mark. And we're going to write statement, question, or exclamation on the line. So no imperative sentences this worksheet, but we're just going to say if it's a statement, a question, or exclamation point, and you're going to put the punctuation. So I'll give everyone 1 minute for the first, or 30 seconds for the first question. Okay. So, are you feeling well today? This is a question. Let's put my question mark. It's a question. Papa made homemade cookies. I'll give everyone 30 seconds to answer this question. This is a statement. Third question, 30 seconds. Okay. So on to this question. This is an exclamation point. You can tell because it's showing something joyous that happened. So we can say, hooray. What? A little eraser problem. We can say, hooray. Jimmy's team won. "15 seconds for the next question." Okay. So this one has this one is a question mark. My apologies. That one clear up there too. This one is a question because it has one of our question words. When. I'll put a list of question words. Also known as QW. Who. When. Why. What. These are question words you should look out for in our question sentences. Is this your new television? 15 seconds. Okay, so this is also a question. Number 6, I'll give 15 seconds for that one as well. Actually, I'll give 30 seconds. This is an exclamation. Because you can have the 2 exclamation points again. It rained all day long. So, I'll give you 15 seconds for this one as well. Okay. So this statement is this is a statement, so we have a period at the end, and we say statement. Have you met my friend Julie? Let's see if that's a question, a statement, or a exclamation. 15 seconds, everyone. Okay, this is a question. I want to have a bowl of soup for lunch. 15 seconds. In certain circumstances, can and have can work as question words. So this one, I want to have a bowl of soup for lunch. This is a statement. Our next one, can you make it to my birthday party? I'll give everyone 15 seconds to answer this one. Again, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat. Okay. The answer to this question is, this is a question. Ouch! I'll give 10 seconds for this one. Make that an exclamation point. That's an exclamation. Isn't this a beautiful night? What statement is this? Okay. So this is a question mark. That is a very gentle part, Pony. Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? Go off the rules that I had said earlier. I'll give 10 more seconds. Okay. This one is a statement. Happy New Year. I'll give everyone 15 seconds on this one. Okay, so Happy New Year. This is an exclamation. And 15 seconds for our next and final one. So this is a period, and this is a statement. So what are some general rules for us to remember? Well, we have some general rules that a declarative sentence is a statement and ends in a period. Generally states something. We have the rule that an interrogative sentence is a sentence ends in a question mark and asks a question. We know that an imperative sentence can end in a period or an exclamation point. It can be polite or rude, and it can be a command. We also know that our exclamative sentence can end in an exclamation point and often exclaims something to a very high degree. It can be positive and negative. So since this is a little bit of a shorter class today, I'm going to end it a bit early today. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming at this time of night to watch this lecture about types of sentences. I had a really great time explaining to you about all the different types of sentences and how we use them, and the best way to use them in each circumstance. So I hope you guys actively take into account what type of sentences you're using as you go into the future. So I'd like to thank everyone once again for coming. I'm Christopher Tamayo. I had a great time teaching you guys. So then, see you tomorrow or Friday for the next class. Have a great day. Bye-bye.